The problem of separatism in China is real. Tibetans, Mongolians, and Uyghur Muslims all want to dump the communist nation for their sovereign and independent state. And now, the ETIM, which is a Uyghur militant group eyeing to free Xinjiang from the clutches of China, has decided to terrify the oppressive Xi Jinping regime by bombing Chinese assets in Pakistan and across Central Asia. Hi and welcome. You are watching TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Sanbir, and in this video I will explain how a militant group from East Turkestan looks hell-bent on punishing China for the horrific genocide committed against the Uyghur Muslims. Let's begin. Who is China's number one enemy? It has to be the East Turkestan Independence Movement, or the ETIM. The ETIM has two clear motives. Firstly, it tends to free the western province of Xinjiang from the clutches of China. Secondly, the militant group wants to punish China for executing a genocide against Uyghur Muslims.
Hey, it's me, Atul. I started this channel. We started small, we went big. Suddenly, the Whitey police was after us. We dodged and ducked, but the algos got us really bad. So we designed our own app. It's free. We never ask for money, we never will. But the droid called us too sensitive and blocked us. We still have an Apple app. Join us and fast, because if you don't, we will cease to exist. Check out the link in the description.
Now, a United Nations report has revealed that the ETIM has joined hands with various terror outfits across Pakistan and Central Asia to beat the living daylights out of Xi Jinping. The militant group is closely collaborating with Al-Qaeda, Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, and Jamaat Ansarullah. What is their motive? Well, they are willing to go to any extent, go to any length to harm Chinese interests. The group will target China's BRI and mining projects in Pakistan and several Central Asian countries. They may also blow up China's oil or gas pipelines running from Central Asia to China, thus disrupting China's energy supply chains and paralyzing the Chinese economy. The group is also believed to have taken Islamic State on board. ISIS, under the leadership of ETIM, is aggressively recruiting fighters from other militant groups to form a joint front against the communist nation. Recent media reports also reveal that several ETIM fighters are frequently visiting the Wakhan corridor, a narrow strip of territory in Afghanistan lying between Pakistan and China, while calling for a return to Xinjiang for jihad. What is China doing to tackle this burgeoning ETIM menace? Firstly, it wholeheartedly embraced the Taliban, filled its coffers with yuan, and attempted to wield its influence in Afghanistan to rein in the Uyghur group. But it miserably failed. Why? Frankly speaking, it serves no purpose for the Taliban to turn its guns on ETIM. Groups like ETIM have helped the Taliban through all these years fight its adversaries, and going against these groups can topple the Taliban regime in Afghanistan in a trice. ETIM fighters are happy with the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan. They believe the Taliban would help them spread Islamism across the borders with China and free millions of Uyghurs from Jinping's tyranny. These groups are looking forward to international recognition of the Taliban, believing that the terrorist label will then be removed from them. They also anticipate that the Taliban's de facto administration will provide them with refugee status and passports, enabling them to travel internationally. China's official pamphlet, Global Times, last year had vented its frustration out against the Taliban in a piece by saying, "At present, the verbal expression of the Afghan Taliban is very different from that in the past, but we do not know what specific policies they will champion in the future." Disillusioned with Taliban, and after getting its fingers burned in Pakistan with incessant attacks on BRI projects, China is now crying hoarse at the UN and is asking the world to redesignate the militant group as a terror outfit and impose sweeping sanctions to curtail its hefty ambitions to tank Chinese assets. A Chinese envoy last week in the United Nations said, "We call on the Security Council and the international community to pay close attention to the active and developing terrorist threats posed by ETIM to cut off its connection with ISIS and erase the space for it to breed and do harm." Interestingly, it was the Trump administration that had removed the terror label from the ETIM in 2020, inviting vehement condemnation from China. And today, thanks to Trump's efforts towards mainstreaming ETIM, China is set to lose its assets worth billions in Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Central Asia. Now, Just wait and watch the ETIM make its first move against China in the coming months.